Hey, let me tell you, blessing, mdogo mdogo tu, pole pole tu. I'm having a great time on the show today. DJ Blessing, Wagwan, how are you? It's so good to see you again. DJ Blezzo, he's going to wing for us at the end of the show. Stand by for his own segment that comes later on. But make sure that you kick it with him online on social media and with us as well. Hashtag Hey Amina at the Twin Life. Please let's get some messages. I need to read your tweets. I really need to read your tweets. I'm going to do that. Saitu. We still have that interview with Antonio Sol, I bet is going to be insane. I cannot wait for that. But right now, we need to talk about an initiative that's very creative, very, very different, and is speaking to something that is that's becoming an increasingly bigger issue as the days go on. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Let me start, with the gorgeous, the queen, Miss World Kenya 2019-2020. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Look at you. What? You look really nice.
Thank you.
Maria.
So do you look so amazing.
Thank you so much, Maria. Welcome to the show.
Thank
All
you.
right, so now, you were crowned. When were you crowned?
Miss World Kenya.
Yeah, when?
5th of October.
5th of October.
Yeah, this year.
All right.
Yes.
And it's, how do you feel like, do you still remember it and you're like, I can't believe it's me.
Of course, of course. There are some of the memories that never fade away, really.
All right. So now we have Angela. So let me allow you guys to also introduce yourselves, and you can tell me what your role is with Heels for Pat. So let me start with you.
I'm Monica Muhoya. I'm a founder of Sister Speaks and Heels for Pads initiative. Yeah.
And I'm Angela Wamboy, and I also am a co-founder of Heels for Pads and Sister Speaks, which is our umbrella company. So Heels for Pads is our CSR for Sister Speaks.
Yeah. So when did it start? Heels for Pads.
We are turning 6 months on the 13th this month.
Okay.
It was born from an idea that is really close to our heart because it started. It was inspired by our first period stories.
Okay.
So, and imagining like in 2019, there are girls who don't have menstrual products. So we thought we could do something that aligns with Sister Speaks' objective, which is confidence building. So we wanted to do something that really, goes down to the girls in the marginalized areas, and we give them dignified periods, and also like talking about period poverty, and that's how we started.
Tell us a bit about period poverty for our viewers who may not be familiar with what that is even.
So as we've been, going throughout the country, we've discovered that there are a lot of alternatives that young women use because they don't have access to sanitary products. I mean, girls use ash, they've used banana leaves, blankets, you name it. It's still happening in 2019. And the fact that someone can access something as simple as a pad, it's really sad.
It really is.
And I'm pretty sure most people have heard of the story of Jacqueline, who was a 12-year-old student in Bomet County who actually committed suicide because she was taunted by her teacher for soiling her dress. So also another issue that we try and highlight is period shaming. It's twofold. So.
Yeah, it is. And is that something, so Maria, you picked this as your beauty with purpose project, if that's what I could call it.
Yes.
Yeah? So why did you pick this?
Because literally it's really inspiring and it's really hurting to know that these are some of the things that are not being met in our societies right now, not only in Kenya, but all over the world. So this is something that I loved to champion, to learn how to go about it, to empower each and every little girl out there in our communities. Yeah.
So how it works is you auction your heels.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
So literally Heels for Pads. Heels are for the ladies, pads are also for the ladies. So what we really do is I come in with my pair of heels, somebody auctions them. So in return, they give us pads, of which we're going to use them to give to the girls and to the women in the societies who are
No, I'm talking
less
about your
fortunate.
heels. You specifically are, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, so you're, but thank you for clarifying once again what Heels for Pads is. But you're actually auctioning your heels.
Yes, actually my crowning heels. I call them my lucky heels. So they're so special in a sense that I used to train with them every single day of the boot camp. Yeah, of the Miss World boot camp on a heel, in my heels. Yes.
Why are you training on the heel?
Because I really needed to sharpen my walk,
Okay,
and that
you
was
have to
the
walk
best
on a
way to
heel?
do it. Yeah.
I thought it was, you have to walk on the heel, Angela. That's what, okay. It's like you practice this like Eliud Kipchoge, even you're just running on a heel,
literally.
walking with the heels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. So they're the same heels that I wore when I was being crowned. Yeah, and they're the same heels that I'm going to auction today.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so you're auctioning it today.
Yes.
Oh, all right, great. So now, how many so far have you managed to distribute the sanitary pads?
To date,
At about 3,000 girls and about 1,000 and 1,200 pair of heels. So we set up both online and offline marketplaces where women can come and buy pads, but the mode of transaction is sanitary pads. Sorry, they can come and buy heels, but the mode of transaction is sanitary pads. Sort of like a barter trade.
Yeah. So then now, so that you can give away the pads.
Yeah.
Now, you know, earlier on you had said something. You said that initially it was inspired by your period stories. Were they really bad, or was it just generally not knowing what the hell this is, and you're like, am I dying? Am I dying? Oh, okay, fine. What, you know what I mean? Like, which side?
My first period story was very flawless. So I went in a village primary school, and I remember there were Catholic sisters who would come to my school, and from class 6 to around class 8, they would tell us what are periods and actually give us talk of what we used to see always all the time. So I had a stock when my periods came after my class 8. So they came on a Christmas day at my grandparents' home. So I didn't have to run to my grandma to ask her for pads, or to my uncles or whatever. I knew what they were, and I knew that, you know. And I want this to be every little girl in a village primary school story, that she's empowered and she has the education and the product when that time comes. Yeah.
Wow. Now, that is so interesting, just hearing how very flawless your actual, your first
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, I wish mine was the same. I wish mine was the same. But it's great. I mean, as you go around the country and you listen to all of these stories and you keep on talking to these young girls, what are some of the very shocking statistics that you've ended up uncovering or discovering?
Well, one of the things we're highlighting is the fact that just simply in the classroom, if you don't have access to a pad, you're missing class. A lot of schools that we visited throughout the country, we find that a lot of young girls are missing class. So if you do the math, that equals about 3 months of school that you're missing out on. So definitely there's going to be big gaps, and the girls will be at a disadvantage simply for not being able to have, you know, access to sanitary napkins. There's a lot of sexual trafficking that takes place. You know, girls offering their bodies, having, you know, sex in exchange for pads. Why? You know,
Shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about it being taxed?
Well, part of our objective is to go big on advocacy, to see that policies actually favor women. So like the pink tax, every woman can be able to afford, every girl is able to afford and access feminine products around the country.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That would be, what a dream that would be. Because, you know, Angela, it does put a dent into our economy if we don't have people who are contributing to, you know, to make us thrive, so to speak, you know, because if they were disadvantaged back at school, then that sort of causes a trickle effect to everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, for you, Maria, you're heading to London. Tell us about it.
Oh yes, so I'll be leaving Kenya on 20th of this month, but most importantly, I'll be needing all of you guys. I'll be needing all of your votes. Simply you go to your app store in your phone, you download Mobster app, and then you search Miss World Kenya, and then you like all of my posts. So that way you've already voted for me, and you've put me one step ahead on the fast track challenges on the Miss World competition.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're actually very, very, very beautiful. And I told you this before, you know, as we were downstairs as well. But you're really, really young, which is so surprising. So as we're talking about this, is she like the youngest Miss World Kenya?
I believe, like, what I do know, she is the youngest crowned Miss World Kenya.
At 18, right?
18,
At 18, very, very young. Now, you stand a chance of winning $10,000 if you win. What are you going to do with that money? And, you know, are you going to bring it back to part of the initiative?
Definitely, because I'm not really doing this because I'm going to compete. I'm doing this because I really need to help other girls out there. I really don't want to see girls struggling to be in school, others missing out in school. Really, it's not a good thing. So after winning that, of course, I'm going to champion on our initiative, and then we struggle, and then we, keep each and every little girl out there in school.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, you wanted to add on something, Monica?
Yeah, so the $10,000, if they come, we will definitely win, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we much believe that we're going to get the cash. And we have a few sustainable ideas that we want to put in place, like to have easy access, like pad dispensers somewhere in a public school. And also we're looking at a place where we'll be able to actively, innovatively be able to raise awareness. And there's something we did with Angela, like a social experiment. We walked around the streets of Nairobi with our dresses soiled in menses.
I saw that video.
Yeah.
How could you do that? So you were the, oh my
I was the girl with the white dress and the biggest
So
stain.
what they did is, so they pretended that they had actually soiled their skirts and jeans, and so like they put like red paint or red something. What did you put? What was it?
Paint.
It was a red paint, and so like they were walking around the street. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And people actually were not walking up to you to tell you, or were they?
Oh
walking
my
up
God,
to
we
you?
were shocked by
Very mixed reaction.
like very mixed. We were shocked to see like most women in their late 30s and early 40s. They just looked at me like, you don't know yourself?
Oh gosh!
And then
They
we,
could have just come up to you.
yeah, do you know yourself?
Yeah.
Fix
What
your
is wrong
mess.
with you? Get
But
it
men
together.
were very progressive. They were like very, very, there's this guy who was on phone and he saw me and he tapped my shoulder and he was like, oh my God, you have a very big stain. And then he called another lady who was walking with him and he said, help her. And that was really amazing to see like men being open around conversations of periods.
Yes.
Yeah.
That it should be like a normal
And it
conversation.
should be a normal conversation. That's what we want to do. It's just not a woman issue. Men are allowed to also address periods and, and be supportive and understand like what we as ladies go through. It's really important.
Yes, it really, really is. Well, you know what, you guys, it's commendable what you are doing. I hope you do this for as long as you possibly can, because the fight, it's a tough fight. It really, really is. And Janet Mbugua and so many other people as well are participating and joining in this fight, and they're trying to push for as many policies that will, of course, help ease some of the things that we're talking about, like it being taxed and it's natural. Come on, come on. And there are condoms that are free everywhere. Come on.
There's no switch.
There's no switch, okay? Like you can't just decide, if you're gonna have your periods or not. All right, so now social media, how can people join in if they want to, maybe contribute some money, or if they also want to auction their heels for the pads? Where can they come to?
So actually this Sunday on November 10th, we're going to be at K1. We'll be having our Heels for Pads Exchange live. And Miss World Kenya will actually be presenting the highest bidder with her winning heels. So if you'd like to contribute to the cause, we have a pay bill number. It's 530-100. Account name is H, the letter H, the number 4, and the letter P. And that is how you can contribute, and 100% of the proceeds raised will go towards purchasing and distributing sanitary napkins.
All right. Now we've got General Theodore, who's apparently just gotten to the studio. Wow, what a lie, what a lie. Theodore, umetoka wapi? Na umeambia watu uko hapa kwa show. Umeambia madam uko kwa show na uko kwa show. Sasa text ameniuliza, is Theodore really on the show? What do I say?
Theodore is here, Amina.
Hey.
Finally, I'm here. Hile mawe nilikuwa naenda kutafuta kibia ndio sijapata. Kuna mawe imechallenge sahi.
Sawa Kalwale. Sawa.
Anyway, hello, jambo mingi, jambo iko, jambo sana, jambo Kenya. Mwah! Mimi ni yule mmoja Theodore. Ukipenda kama wewe ni ladies tunasemaga unaniita Theo. The tongue should hang somewhere in the balance, not on the floor, not on the roof, somewhere. Beautiful people call me Theo, and yes, I'm here with the feedback because yes, the meme challenge today ilikuwa moto, ilikuwa of high standards. Yes, that was our guy right there. And yes, this caption inanifurahisha sana because we have Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy anasema caption yao ni hao mademu wasimame ama wainame. We, si wainawe. Robert Maina is saying me, unitengenezea kitu poa boss. I have a high level meeting coming up. Taylor anasema say no more. Oh yes, we got you. Klaus anasema caption, vile Theodore hukaa akivaa suti. Ni nini huyu? Tunaulizana nini na huyu? Ati nakulaga chakula kila siku 5 star na hanoni. Kuna yako imekuliwa 5 star. Anyway, asante Klaus. Tuko na mwingine hapa anaitwa Sam. Sam is saying a friendly, Prince anakam, takin brother. Unaona vile principal alikuwa anaigia inatakiniwa huku juu. Hapo ndio sasa tuko. Kwa hii maisha. Oh yes, alafu tuko na Dennis. Dennis anasema Amina's next dress code. Huyu sijui Amina, huyu sijui tumfanyie nini. Huyu Dennis. Tuko na Chorus. Chorus anasema this is the Tower of Babylon. Tuko na Vini Kiala. Anasema hata haina jina hiyo swag. Hii hainaga swag. Hii ni high level. Tuko na Cosmas Wawire anasema I'm Goliath. Where is Karwale? Ni nini mnauliza Karwale? Niwachane na Karwale wewe. Haya basi, ZP anasema sasa atakitaka kufanya nini? Wacha tu nisome kwa sababu ZP amesema akitaka kususu sitrao ina hang chini kama duster. Wachana na mambo ya wababa. Pahali anafanyia mambo yake ako hapo juu. He is of high standards. Wacha akae hapo juu. Fuliza. Huyu ni Rick Hype. Siku hizi anaitangwa Fuliza. Rick Hype is saying, Taylor, what can I do for you fam? Him. Nothing much. I just have KICC and Time Towers in my mind. Taylor anamwambia say no more. That is Rick for you. Anapigaga picha huyu. Of high standards. Tuko na Kid. Kid anasema ukitaka watu wajue you are of high status at an event. Oh yes, of course. Tuko na Lumbasi. Lumbasi is saying, hey, I just bought a pair of long trousers. Hizo zinachezeanga hiyo flow. Hapa karibu na hii tunaitaga Jegex. Hii kona inaitagwa Jegex. Ukienda Kiambu County, hii inaitagwa Jegex. Oh yes, Sami Mwangi anasema hii KCSE is what to wear. Ukisikia Prof Magoha anakuja shuleni unajua wewe ni mwanafunzi. Lazima ukae Magoha ajue kwamba you are of high standards. Unachezea juu. Of course, kuna mwingine hapo Kava ni jina ya ajabu kweli sana. Anasema jamaa anakaa msumari imegogolewa mabati halfway. Sasa huyu anaharibu hii mambo kwa sababu yes, guo iko juu is of high standards. Alafu shine inakaa mabati. Hii ni ile tunasemaga lazima ukae ukiwa juu namna hiyo. Because oh yes, hii imeniweza. Hii leo imeniweza. A good thing is that wewe wacha kuita watu niga. Huu ni nani? Odhia Boysa anaita watu niga. Anasema good thing is that niga can't nini by the roadside. His trousers maketh manners. Oh yes, those are good manners. Those are high moral standards. Watu wanachezea juu. Mambo ndivyo hivyo. Nakwambia yes, I'm here already. Na kanashika kana baba vibaya sana because yes, we have feedback from all over Kenya. Niambie uko wapi? Unajua nimesoma kitu kampya Kenya. Tunawaletea watu warebo. Kuna jamaa anatuambia Miss Kahiga anasema I pray so hard that one day someone will change the protocol of free condoms instead of free sanitary towels. That is very important. The topic that beautiful ladies hapa wanaongelea ni muhimu. Sanitary towels ni kitu ya maana. Ni kitu ambayo hata ningesema ipatianwe shule cha lazima. Unaona vile na unapatiwa exam, unapatiwa hivyo. Hii si mambo ya kushida hapa tunapatiana free vitu zingine ati wababa wanapatiwa free. Tuko na Sharon right here anasema at the trend live, hey Amina, anasema looking gorgeous. Of course we look gorgeous. Hapa tunataka kukaa mtu of high standards. I think the high heels the heels for Pass initiative is really nice and good idea. Hopefully many people will get to support you guys, me included. This is a real issue. I also want to wish Miss World Kenya success in the contest. Oh yes, as you know, we have beautiful people in the studio. So lazima nitaga kidogo nitembee hapa na pale. Munaonaje? Niende kwa Miss World Kenya because that's a very good initiative. Ningependa kujua 1 2 3 4 5 things. Wewe uko nyumbani fuata hapa ni hapa kwenye mtandao hapa kwenye Twitter. Aya, Don Africa photographer sema loving the Miss World initiative. Hey Amina, this is a very good initiative by the way. Na bila shaka tuko na nani? Yes. We are done. Oh yes, that is good. I didn't know that.
Theodore.
I can't
Like,
hear.
na hapa, tunaona ya kwamba.
Oh,
You know, it sounds like he's
uongo.
selling a poem. It's just like, ni hapa. Kama unavyoona hapa, tumeendelea, tumeweza kufanya. Anyway, General Theodore is officially here to read all of your messages. So keep on sending them in with that hashtag here, Amina, at the Trend Live. Antonio Soul is live. He's here in studio. You get to find out what he has to say after the break. This is a trend. Don't go anywhere.